Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to Divine Guidance, where today we are going to be getting back into looking into our sacred path that we had started and I have stopped for a little while. Getting prepared to, I was getting prepared to going to Alexandria, Virginia, and while I'm here, I am finally in Alexandria, Virginia, an old town where I get to be with my family, my wife, my kids once again, and be one with nature. It is so beautiful here. But we're going to get our teaching, okay, on our sacred path, so we can learn how to bring healing into our life, to have a better life, for one, how to work out some issues that maybe we might have, some things that maybe we might be have going on in our life that we don't know what we need to do or do, or we've tried any different things, and nothing's ever worked. And maybe now that we're doing these, maybe you come to notice, hey, this is helping me. Because I know I have learned quite a bit from this, just in the few that we've done, and it's helped me. With card readings, as you know, I do the oracle readings also. And combined with these, I mean, it's all these have actually been helping me too. Like I tell you all the time, I actually get out of these teachings, these readings myself. Okay, uh, I know you do too. I get a lot out of them. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's shuffle the cards and let's get started because these normally take a while to do. So let's go ahead and shuffle these up, and I'm setting the intention of asking spirit, spirit guides, God, creator, spirit animals to help guide and bring us the message that it is that we're needing for this week, the teaching that's going to help us to bring healing into our life. And that's what we need. So I'm setting that intention for healing, wisdom, knowledge from our guys. All right, so that's shuffled. Just going to go ahead and cut them. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and pull from the top. And let me go ahead and turn the music up a little bit more. I mean, you can probably hear it outside. I have the windows open because it's so beautiful here. The weather is nice. It gets a little humid. I mean, we are right next to the water and whatnot. Yeah, you can hear the birds. You'll hear the traffic because we're right next to the freeway. But man, we have nature all around us here. Okay, and that's what I love. That's what I'm looking forward to. And actually, I'm going to go outside and meditate a little bit later. Just go be with one nature. All right. So, Cradleboard. I think we've had this one come up before. I believe I've had this one come up before. Cradleboard. Okay. Cradleboard. Wow. Maybe there's some things that we need to work out here from this card. Okay. So, like I told you before, don't worry if we have some that show up multiple times, because if it does, then that's meaning that we need to work on it. Okay. So, Cradleboard, ability to respond. Ability to respond. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's look at our attributes for the Cradleboard. Okay, our attributes. I'll always read the attributes and I'll read the challenges, and then we'll get into the individual application for it. Okay, so Cradleboard, ability to respond. The attributes is acting on feelings or personal truth, responding to your own talents or abilities, acknowledging opportunities, answering the call of the here and now, being fully present, understanding the situation and taking your role in it. Okay, these are all the attributes. These are the good stuff. The challenges, things that we're going to be challenged with. Okay, letting others respond for you. feeling apathy, refusing to take charge, doing nothing, ignoring your talents, responding too late or not at all because of doubt. Okay. So, wow, there's a reason why this is coming up. I'm telling you. Okay, maybe we didn't fully finish. Remember, on this one, we have homework to do. We need to really, and this is with all the card readings, we need to really put this stuff work. And we want to move forward and to bring healing and health and prosperity and everything, in our, into our life. Then we need to put this to work. So if this is coming up, then that means we didn't do our homework. And we haven't fully developed this. Okay. Now, granted, okay, it'll take some time to fully develop. Okay, so I'm not saying it's going to happen right in an instant. But if you're not continuing working on it, and you just say, you know what, hey, I did enough. Our enough is never enough. To be honest. Okay. It's not. It's not. Okay, because we'll always stop just short of our blessings. I don't know if you ever seen a picture on Facebook where there's these two men, it's a cartoon, and they have these pickaxes and they're digging underground, or in a cave or whatever, and they're digging, and one stops just this far away from a gold mine of diamonds, and he stops, he turns away and starts walking away, while the other one continues and chopping away. And apparently he makes it to the other side. But it doesn't show that. It's just pick a cartoon. But which guy are you going to be? Which person are you going to be? Are you going to be the one who stops just short of your blessing, or are you going to be the one that's going to continue working at it until you reach your goal? You decide. Me, I want to be the one who's going to be moving forward until I reach the goal. Okay. So let's get on with this. Okay, individual application. The Cradleboard card can mark a time of noticing how you respond to life. Do you react without thinking or feeling? A lot of us, we do that. And I ain't gonna lie, I do it once in a while myself. I'll react without even thinking about it or taking time to feel it or ponder on it or anything like that. I'll just do. And then I read the consequences afterwards, of course, but but we need to stop doing that. We need to actually stop. Okay, I need to think about what I'm about to do. A lot of times when we just go through it, we get into trouble. So we need to think about, okay, is this going to do harm to me or is it going to do anything? Like, we need to think about it. Is it going to benefit? Is it not going to benefit? Okay. Do you seek the wisdom of that which will assist the future 7 generations when making decisions? Okay, we need to seek wisdom. Is it going to help benefit our generations? Whether it's our children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, great-great-grandchildren, so on and so forth, or the next 7 generations of this world. Because remember, the next generation is our future. And the generation after that, the generation after that. So what are we going to leave for the next generation? I mean, are we just, leave them crud? We're going to leave them something that's not benefiting them? Are we going to be doing things that's going to mess up their future? Okay, we need to look at that. Okay, so we need to seek wisdom that we need. And this is what this is all about. This is seeking our wisdom from higher power. Okay, I know this per se, these cards per se aren't higher power, but they're a tool that we use to receive the divine, to receive from God, to receive from Spirit, to guide us in the direction and what it is that we need to do. This is our wisdom. This is what we learn. This is our knowledge. Okay. Is the adult part of you nurturing and protecting the child within you? Okay. In all cases, the Cradleboard card is calling you to respond to some new creation in your life that will affect the future of the next 7 generations. This could become confusing since most people do not feel that anything they create is going to change the world. Okay, and I probably said this in the past time, but whatever we do, we can't think that whatever we do is going to help, okay, or isn't going to help. I'm sorry. We can't think, oh, well, if I do this, it's not going to help the future. It's not going to help the future kids. You never know. Planting that seed, when I talk about seeds, you plant the seed of, a tree, a fruit tree, a flower, whatever the seed may be. Okay, you plant it in the ground, water it, you nurture it, you talk to it, all this stuff, whatever you need to do, and then all of a sudden, the seed is dried up. It starts to bloom. It starts to gain root. It starts to grow. To whatever it is that you planted, say a rose bush. Okay, it starts to come out of the ground, and the bush starts to come out, leaves, branches, and all of a sudden you start seeing these rose buds and whatnot. Okay, it doesn't happen overnight. No, it takes time. Okay, it takes time. So don't think that whatever you do in this lifetime isn't going to affect the next lifetime. Everything that we do in our lifetime affects the next generation. It affects us in our lifetime, okay? And it'll affect those in the future lifetimes. So don't ever think that nothing, that whatever we do isn't going to help, because it will. It will help, okay? Whether or not we use biodegradable soap affects the Earth Mother's ability to keep water clean for drinking. Okay, as you know, like whatever water we use goes into, to wherever it goes, tunnels, water tunnels and stuff, and everything gets cleansed, recycled, and whatnot, and it gets reused. So, say it talks about here biodegradable soap. We use things that are better for the earth is going to help us a lot in the long run. Making sure your car doesn't leak, while you're driving on the road or being in dirt or cross country or whatnot. That affects the earth, because the earth, it goes into the earth and sucks it up. Okay? So anything that antifreeze, oils, transmission oils, all that stuff. Okay. Recycling cans and glass will affect the future, okay? Because everything gets reused. If you just go and toss it in the trash and just forget it, that stuff stays there forever. Plastics, they stay there forever. They don't what do you call it, degrade or anything like that. So it's going to keep landfills full. They're not going to do anything. It's not going to be healthy for our earth or anything like that. Glass, cans, throw them in recycle. That way it can be recycled and be used again for other things, or the same thing, or whatever. Okay, paper, plastics, stuff like that. Cleaning up the litter in the park affects the future. Okay, because then that litter doesn't go flying all over the place, especially if it's not biodegradable, like gum, paper, whatever. Okay. Teach our children that more is not always better will help them formulate new ideas in their generation. Okay, for those kids that are always want, sometimes more of things isn't better. Okay, we need to teach our kids, hey, look, you don't need all this stuff. And plus, if you just continue giving them, they don't learn how to receive things as rewards. It's like, oh yeah, well, I deserve that. That's mine. They don't feel good about it. Okay, it's like, well, I'll use this example. It's like me and my son. We worked on Jeep. We put a 2.5-inch lift kit because I hadn't replaced that before, especially for my trip up there. Instead of me just doing it, he helped me do it. He's 12 years old. He helped me do it, and he was so excited, in doing it, and he feels more because the Jeep's gonna end up being his. You know, if he fits in it, you know, when he gets old enough. But the Jeep's gonna end up being his. You know, if he wants it, and if he fits in it again. You know, so he learns to appreciate it more. Excited. You know, he's been asking, Dad, you know, what is going to be our next project? You know, this. What are we going to do to it next? You know, this and that. You know, but you know, it's we. What are we going to do to it next? What is our next project? You know, so we teach our kids this and teach them to, you know, respect and to, what do you call it? What's that word I just used? Appreciate, you know, what it is that they receive, what they get, what they do. You know, I mean that will just help change the world. Okay. Talking rather than screaming will change how your children will relate to one another. Okay, you don't always have to be screaming at kids. You know, even if you're angry or they do something wrong, you just talk. This is what you did. You know, wait until your anger comes down. I mean, I had to learn this because I was the same way. I was a very angry person. I was. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, so I would yell a lot. Now I've learned, you know, it doesn't necessarily help. You know, to yell and scream and all this, cuss at your kids, curse at your kids, or cuss. I'm sorry, cuss at your kids, because there's a difference between cursing and cussing. You know, cussing at the kids. You know, it's what good does it do? What kind of parent does that show that you are? You know, we don't cuss in this house. We don't cuss at all. You know, I hope when my kids aren't around, that they're off with their friends. I hope that they're not cussing. You know, I hope that we've brought them up the right way. You know, showing them what the right way is to where they don't fall into that trap of. Sorry, I'm turning on the radio a little bit. Of cussing. You know, because people say, "Oh, well, it's part of our language." Who says? Who said it's part of our language? Cussing is a natural thing. Come on. You know, saying those bad words, you know, it's not natural. That's not in our, you know, that's not in the like, vocabulary that we're supposed to have. Yeah, that's just something we added. You know, and we talk to each other perfectly and with the others without cussing. You know, we don't have to say the F bomb, you know, the F word every other word or anything like that to get our point across. We don't have to use the S word, you know, SH word, you know what I'm talking about, to get our point across. We don't have to, you know, use any of those four-letter words to get our point across. You can get across perfectly just by using the words. And if your little 2, 3-year old, 4-year old, 5-year old is using those kind of words, then what does that say about you? I'm being straight out here. I'm being straightforward. I ain't holding back. I'm sorry. If you don't like it, okay, we're here to learn. We're here to grow. We're here to bring healing into our life. And that kind of words, that kind of stuff that our kids are saying, definitely need healing in our lives, in their lives. Because it's not natural. Okay? Let me move on. Asking questions without shame will open hearts and minds to new ideas. Okay? Helping others to rid themselves of guilt created by old belief systems will create natural, loving world to come. Okay? So don't be ashamed to ask questions. If you don't know what's going on, ask the questions. You know, learn. Don't be ashamed to learn. Man, knowledge is awesome. Gaining wisdom is awesome. That's how you move up in life. That's how you know, that's how you move up in life. You know, that's how we grow wise. See those white hairs? See those white hairs? All the whiteness? That's not because I'm getting old, my friends. That's not because I'm getting old. Yeah, I might be 45 years old, but it's not because I'm getting old. I call these the white hairs of wisdom. because I'm growing wiser and wiser on a daily basis. You know, I don't claim to be the wisest man on earth. I seek wisdom, and wisdom is the most powerful thing that we can ask for, we can learn. I mean, look at, what was it? Solomon was the wisest man on earth. He had a choice to ask God for wisdom or riches. God told him, ask me anything, ask of me anything you want. He asked God for wisdom. He could have had riches, but he asked God for wisdom. Wisdom can bring about your riches, spiritually and materially, financially. Guess what God did? Because he asked him for wisdom, instead of being selfish and asking for the financial prosperity, the riches, God gave him the wisdom, but he also gave him the riches. Seek wisdom, my friends. Seek wisdom. If you're looking at how to respond to some area of your life, a new idea, a decision, a new person, or new interest, the Cradleboard card asks you to respond with joy. Okay. There's too much hate, too much anger, too much frustration, too much stress going on in this world. There needs to be more joy, peace, love, harmony. You know, we need to have all these attributes. If you don't have joy in what you're doing, then why do it? It's like for myself. I'm a massage therapist. I do more clinical type work of massage or orthopedic. You know, I'm just learning about the orthopedic, or basically the orthopedic work, orthopedic massage is basically what I do. Okay, but I've always learned it as being like clinical massage, because like I always say, love what you do or do. I love what I do and I do what I love. Or do what you love and love what you do. Do what you love what you do, and do what you love. Something like that. It's one of those. I can't remember where it goes. But anyway, you get the idea. Okay? I love what I do. There you go. I love what I do and I do what I love. Okay. Because I love helping people and working with people and helping them with pain and managing the pain, the doctors, all they want to do is just give them medication and muscle relaxers and all this stuff in order to, to bring healing to them. All that's doing is just masking the problem. You need to get into the deep issue of what the problem is. It's just like in psychology. For those who are, suffering from, mental instabilities or sicknesses or, PTSDs or, whatever, the situation may be. We need to come to realize, as psychologists need to come to realize, that we can't just teach these people to cope with the situation. If they're seeking help, it's because they want healing in the situation. And teaching them to cope and healing. So we need to help them to heal, to get to the root of the problem. What is it that caused this problem to happen? That whatever it is that you're feeling. Root issue, that cancer, and get rid of that. Okay, whether it be forgiveness, and a lot of times it's forgiveness. And it's not up here. It's not up here. This isn't where it starts at. It starts right here in the heart. You guys can't see my hand, but it starts right here in the heart. Okay, let me ask you something. In a relationship, when there's a breakup, do you say, "Oh, he broke my mind. Oh, what a he broke my mind. No. What do we say? What do we say? That dude, that girl, she broke her heart. And then we're stuck for a long time in pain and hurt and everything. Okay, we forget about it in our mind. We can train our mind to forget about it. But we really don't forget about it. It just gets pushed back, okay, out of the way. But where it stays is in our heart. It stays in our heart. And that's where we need to get to that root of the problem and kill it, get rid of it, forgive ourselves, for one, because before we can actually forgive others, we need to learn to forgive ourselves. And once we learn to forgive ourselves, and once we learn how to love ourselves, then we can learn to forgive and love others. Okay. So there has to be joy in our life. And I'm sorry, I went off on a tangent. It's something that they're needing. Okay. But there needs to be joy. Joy, joy, joy. Okay. Each new experience can bring an opportunity to learn a new set of lessons about the self. And like I was talking earlier about learning, wisdom, knowledge, just learning on a daily basis, continuing to learn, being open to be able to learn, okay? So we can be able to move up in life. Adaptability and willingness to experience life with joy will stop you from experiencing fear and the hard knocks that inflexibility brings. Let me read that again. Adaptability and willingness to experience life with joy. So we need to experience life with joy. Experience life with joy. Say it once again. Experience life with joy. And this will stop you from experiencing the fear and hard knocks that inflexibility brings. So you need to be flexible, you need to be adaptable, you need to experience life with joy. Because if you don't, then you're going to be experiencing a lot of the hard knocks, a lot of the bad stuff. Okay, you're going to be experiencing the fear that life can bring. I know that life can bring some fears. If you're able to adapt, like we say in the military, I think it's more of I use the military in general. We adapt and overcome. Okay, because if you're not flexible to be able to do what it is that needs to be done, then you're not going to move. You're not going to move forward. You're not going to move up. Okay. Although the Cradleboard protects the baby from harm's way, it is flexible enough to fall without splintering, and it is cushioned enough to protect the child within. Trust that you will respond correctly to any life situation without panic, and know that you are responding to the all-powerful great mystery who lives within you. Okay? Response in any situation can have its challenges. Have you failed to speak up and then cringe when others have answered for you? Okay, in a situation of, you just keep quiet instead of speaking your mind or saying, look, no, you gotta stand up for yourself. Okay. Have you felt that life or opportunity has passed you by because you could not be responsible and act on your feelings? Okay, I know a lot of us have felt this. I have felt this, where life just passed me because I didn't step out and do what it is I was supposed to do in order to get me to a place where I needed to be. Okay, so we need to stop that, and we need to step up. Okay, we need to step up. Stop letting life pass us by. Okay, possibly doubt has been the limitation that has haunted your path to wholeness. Okay, doubting in our mind, that we can't do what it is that we need to do, that we can't move forward, we can't start this business that we want, that we can't help others because maybe we don't think we have the knowledge or credentials or whatever. Okay, man has brought about the credentials. Okay, I mean, don't get me wrong, I believe that there are certain areas that people do need the credentials. Doctors, for one, I believe, 'cause they go through many years of education and training and stuff like that. So there are areas where, yeah, I would believe that, yeah, we need the credentials. But then there are other areas where, we see, how people live, how people acted. You don't want to go to somebody and ask them for marital advice if they've been divorced 10 times, just got remarried and having a bad relationship. You don't want to be asking for marital advice from them. You know, you don't want to go asking for financial advice from somebody who's, living out in the streets and, not able to provide themselves, a family, who are struggling. Okay, no, you don't want to ask that. Ask that from them. You want to ask from somebody who can guide you in the right direction. Somebody who has, been through the hard knocks, who's been through the turmoil, learn from their mistakes, and can help guide you to be able to better yourself. Okay, that's where we seek the wisdom and knowledge from others. Okay. If any of these statements apply to your situation, it's time to look at the challenges, learning this lesson, and begin to remove them. Okay, so we need to look at what has hindered us. We need to look at our faults. We need to look at what it is that we need to fix, and just take charge. Do what it is that you got to do to get a better life. Okay, and get rid of them. Our ability to respond to life is dependent upon our willingness to be in the here and now. If we are not willing to fall on our faces time to time, we have excused ourselves from the learning process. Okay, again, we're gonna fall, we're gonna struggle, we're not gonna hit the mark every single time. Okay, we're gonna learn from our mistakes, and if you're willing to learn from your mistakes, then you will move up in a high place. Okay, so that's how we learn. We learn from our mistakes, and that's how we prosper, is by learning what works and what doesn't work. Okay, if we have some hidden feelings that prevents us from being humble students of life, we have lost a cutting edge that allows our actions to be noticed as unique and full of courage. Okay, let me say that again. If we have some hidden feelings that prevents us from being humble students of life, we have lost a cutting edge that allows actions to be noticed as unique and full of courage. Okay, so we need to be humble. We need to be humble. We need to be able to learn from life. We need to just stop being so proud and arrogant and all that. We need to be able to learn. We need to be open to learning. Okay? Our talents cannot be used unless we respond to the steps that hone those skills into shining. Arrows tipped with diamond-like cutting edges. We can pierce the veil of self-importance and fear if we are willing to respond to the opportunities life brings. Okay, I'm not going to touch on that. Basically, it's straightforward right there. Even when our experiences are unhappy or uncomfortable, which is going to happen. Okay, nothing is always going to be perfect. Okay, we need to go through that uncomfortableness. Okay? We may be unhappy because things aren't working out the way we think they should be working out, but in all likelihood, they are working out the way they should be working out because we learn from it. Okay. We are being given the opportunity to respond to them through learning. If we see each task as an opportunity to learn or be of service, we will have bested the doubt within our critical selves. When our shadows insist that we are too good for an activity, we are losing an opportunity to learn humility. Okay. Again, we just got to be humble. We got to learn, from what life brings to us. We got to learn from other people. Who the I don't want to say the best people, but you want to know who's a good person to learn from? Kids, children, because they have no worries in the world. Their imagination is so high, so open, that they can believe anything, anything. They have no fear. They have nothing but love and joy. You know how they get so screwed up? It's because us parents teach them to be screwed up. We teach them to stop having their imaginations. Oh, mijo, stop that. That's crazy. No, we need to stop that. We need to stop that. Stop hindering our children. That's why so many children are in the place that they are now, in gangs, and don't prosper, don't have good jobs, are stuck in a certain place, can't move up, stuck at home, stuck in a place where they shouldn't even be at. It's because of that mentality of how they're brought up. The people that they hang around with, that bring them down, that hold them down, that tie them down. Let them broaden the horizons. Let them learn. Don't hinder them. Let their imaginations flow. Have you ever noticed how when we get older, our imaginations are blocked? It's true. Our imaginations get blocked because we're told to stop. So stop telling our children to stop imagining. Stop telling our children that they can't do what it is that they're dreaming of doing. Encourage them. Just because you didn't do it doesn't mean your children can do it or your grandchildren. No. Stop. Stop. Let them have their imagination. Let them have to think of their future, of what they want to do. If they want to leave home to go to college, go learn something, or go on missions, or go somewhere, Peace Corps, whatever, let them go. Stop trying to hold them back to stay in the same rut that that you're in, that we're in, or whatever. I'll use me as an example because I was like that. Okay, I was like that too. But then I was like, you know what? No, I had to cut that because I don't want my children to have the struggles that I had. I want them to be better than me. I want them to move up. If they say, yeah, I want to do this, great. What do you got to do in order to do it? Start planning. Start finding out what it is that you need to do so you can reach that goal. Help them out to find it. Okay. Don't stop the children from doing. That's our next generation, man. This earth, they're going to be running this earth next. They're going to be in this earth next. You have a child that says he wants to be president. Let him have that dream. Maybe he'll better this place. Maybe he'll be the best president that this world will ever have. If he wants to go into the military, if he wants to go into the Peace Corps, if he wants to join missions, he's doing people a service. He's helping. It's selfless service. But don't hinder the children. At 45 years old, I'm finally in the place where I can say I love what I do. I found my calling. Well, I'm 45 now, but I found my calling. I've been doing it now for 3 years, which is massage. In the past couple of years, I've been learning more on healing, the healing process, healing energy. In the past year, I've been learning more about working with the cards to help people to bring healing. Doors are opening up for me, finally, in my 40s, to do what I love, to do what I'm called to do. And believe you me, I've been called to do this since I was a kid. Because I can remember having visions and them coming true. I can remember knowing what the future is going to be and it coming true. Deja vu. I mean, I've worked it. I had the seeing gift since I was small. I've known things were going to happen to me before it happened. When it happened, I wasn't really surprised. But now I'm working my gift more. I mean, it's been hard because I kind of hushed it, pushed it aside, didn't allow it to prosper, to build, to grow. So now, at my age, understanding what it is that my calling is, it's harder for me to, it's being harder for me to open that up again. Because, man, my gift was so wide open because as children don't hinder things. We're more open to the spiritual. As we get older, we're trained to, not be that way. So we need to, so now it's harder for me to be able to do it. But I mean, my gifting is there. It works. It's not a continuous thing, but it's there for when I need it, when somebody is needing healing. Okay. All right. I've gone off on a tangent there. Let me get back to this so we can close this up because I don't know how long this has been. It's been a while already. All right. When we refuse to respond to the opportunity by judging it before we get the facts, we're often masking our fear in order to be safe. Okay. I'm not going to touch that because that's basically, I've already probably mentioned that a few times. The mask of our fears often take the form of boredom or apathy. In all instances, the Cradleboard asks us to check with the child within and allow the wonder of life to be our guide. In being totally present, we become the here and now. Okay, and the reason why it's asking us to check with the child within us is because of the fact we need to start thinking like children again. Remember how I told you that children, they're more open to things. They have no fear of things. They have more imagination. Okay, that's why it's saying, the Cradleboard is saying, look, the Cradleboard is kids. It's for babies. Look at it. Look at it. There's a baby inside it. It's for babies. Okay, it's like a crib, or it's like one of those little chest packs where we put the little babies in there that they have now to hold on to, or the little backpacks where we carry them on our backs, stuff like that. Okay, this is what that is. Holds them securely. The card is telling us, look, you need to go back and open up your mind, be childlike again, to learn how to be fearless, to be joyful, to be happy, to have the imagination, to be more open to God, to be more open to the divine, to the spirits, to be able to hear from them, to be able to receive the wisdom and the knowledge that it is that we need to receive from them so we can be able to move forward in what it is that we need to do and what it is that we need to accomplish and what it is we need to do to be able to help people to move forward in their life. It almost sounds like I'm preaching. Anyways, I hope that this has touched you. I hope that this is helping you. Again, the Cradleboard showed up again for a reason. We still need to be like children. We still need to open ourselves up to be able to move forward, to be able to do what it is that we need to do. If you need to go back and listen to this, go back and listen to it as many times as you possibly need to. Okay. I hope this has been a blessing. I hope this helps. Again, do your homework. Practice what it is that you're learning through this. Okay, just don't listen to this once and say, oh, that was good, but then don't do nothing about it, and then don't move forward. If you want to prosper in your life, if you want to move forward and get better things, and do better things in your life, you want to find your life calling, if you want to bring healing into your life, into other people's lives, put into practice what we're learning. Okay? I know I am. I definitely know I am. I feel the energy. I feel this, the anointing, the spirit just flowing through me. I just feel that radiating from me. That's an awesome feeling. All right. We're finished. We're done for today. share this message, share this teaching with others, so that they can be healed, they can receive what it is that they receive from it. Okay? Share it, share it, share it. All right. Till next time, be with you. God be with you. And subscribe, share. The link is underneath. Click on the link. That way, you'll get notified when I put another teaching. All right. Well, again, this has been a while. I don't know how long this is going to be, but hey, we need it, right? All right. Okay. God bless. Bye bye.